I'm Cisco Cotto.
And I'm Mai Martinez. These are the top stories on News Radio WBBM.
This is Bernie Tafoya. A longtime sheriff's employee gets re-added to the Cook County ballot in the Democratic primary for sheriff.
This is Mike Krauser, a violence prevention and youth development organization operating on the west side since 1969, expands space and services with help from the city.
Police searching for the person who stabbed Amanda Death on a CTA Blue Line train last night.
And plans for a Bally's Casino to be built in the River West neighborhood clear a major hurdle.
WBBM Business S&P futures down 47. The NASDAQ futures down 222 points.
It is going to be cloudy and cool today, so you might want to grab a light jacket or an extra layer. AccuWeather is saying that we're heading up to a high of 64 degrees, mainly in the 50s along the lakefront. Currently at O'Hare, it's 53 degrees, and along the lakefront downtown, it is 52 degrees.
A long-time Cook County Sheriff's Office employee was thrown off the ballot in the race for sheriff, but now back in the race. WBBM's Bernie Tafoya has the latest on a court ruling that has changed the contest.
A Cook County judge has ordered county election officials to restore the name of Carmen Navarro-Jercon in next month's Democratic primary election ballot for sheriff. The name had been removed because she was not a registered law enforcement officer, as a new state law requires. Jercon, however, did work for the sheriff's office for more than 25 years. After being restored to the ballot, she went on Facebook Live.
At the beginning, when I decided to run, I was told I wasn't being supported because I wasn't in the same boat with Tom Dart and Kim Fox, and I wasn't rowing in the same direction. I didn't want to be in that boat. I didn't like the direction they were going. That didn't make me less of a Democrat.
Besides the incumbent Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart, Chicago Police Sergeant Nolan Rivera is also on the Democratic ballot for sheriff. Bernie Tafoya, 1059 WBBM.
A man believed to be around 40 years old was stabbed in the chest late last night while on a Blue Line train at the South Station stop. He was taken to Schroeder Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police are investigating. No one is in custody.
$2.5 million of tax increment funds will be used to expand a program. It works to serve young people on the city's west side. WBBM's Mike Krauser with the details.
The organization is Build Inc. in operation since 1969 in the Austin neighborhood.
Gets a lot of kids that's off the streets and getting into doing stuff like art, music. As we look around today, pandemic, the social unrest, the community violence, it's easy to lose hope. And so our job is to make sure we are the purveyors of hope.
That from the Build Inc. website. The organization focuses on gang intervention, violence prevention, and youth development. It serves about 2,500 young people each year. The investment, according to the city, will help with a $21 million expansion, quadrupling the organization's 11,000 square foot headquarters, and will allow it to greatly increase its services. That's the story from Austin.
After a 5-day trip to Asia, President Biden is heading back to Washington. Yesterday, the president met with leaders of the Indo-Pacific allies in Japan. During that gathering, the president said Russia's invasion of Ukraine is a global issue.
It appears to me that Putin is just trying to extinguish culture. He's not even aiming at military targets anymore. He's taking out every school, every church, every natural history museum, as if to try to obliterate the Ukrainian culture.
President Biden also made a stop in South Korea during his trip.
Americans' rising anxiety about the economy is replacing sanctions against Russia as a top priority.
According to a new poll by the Associated Press and the Nork Center for Public Affairs Research, 51% of U.S. adults say the nation's priority should be limiting damage to the U.S. economy, while 45% say effective sanctions against Russia are more important. That's down from April, when 55% said punishing Russia for invading Ukraine was the top priority. So while the poll finds that broad support for Ukraine and U.S. sanctions has not faltered, the balance of opinion on prioritizing sanctions over the economy has shifted. 54% of Americans disapprove of Biden's handling of the U.S. relationship with Russia, while 45% approve, figures that have held steady since the conflict began with a wide split between Republicans and Democrats. Respondents interviewed by the AP detailed how rising prices have forced them to cut back on driving and purchases. They want the White House to focus on domestic concerns. Jennifer King, Washington.
Meantime, the United States and the European Union are pushing oil and gas-producing nations to increase their production.
AAA says the national average for a gallon of regular gasoline is just shy of $4.60, 47 cents more than a month ago, $1.56 $1.06 more than a year ago and $1.05 more than it was when Russia invaded Ukraine 3 months ago. The national average hasn't fallen for a month and has reached new highs every day since May 10th. In an interview with a German newspaper, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said the U.S. and the EU are working together to help lower global fuel prices, something governments otherwise have little power to do. Christopher Cruz, CBS News, Washington. We will give you the answer to this hour's Smart Quiz question and see if we got a winner. Also, the latest low gas prices and traffic and weather together on the 8s. A big mess on the tri-state. All lanes blocked southbound.
Are you living with pain? Trying to ignore it? The North Shore Orthopedic and Spine Institute is here for you. We're Illinois' only hospital dedicated to patients with joint, spine, and mobility issues. And we're nationally ranked in U.S. News and World Report's best hospitals. At the Orthopedic and Spine Institute, our experts work together with one goal. Your goal. Living your life pain-free. So get the care you need now. Visit northshore.org/ortho.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No. We tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
This hour's Smart Quiz question was, the stigma is the sticky or feathery part of a flower's pistil used to collect what? The answer, of course, pollen.
The correct answer given by Philip Prail in Lincolnwood. Hey, Philip, good morning. Called in, gave us the correct answer, winning 4 tickets to see Seagull, the play that's opening, Steppenwolf's new In the Round Ensemble Theater, in honor of Helen Zell. See the play running now through June 12th. Tickets available at steppenwolf.org. Be tuning in tomorrow morning, 6:22 and 7:22 for more Smart Quiz questions.
Now, the lowest gas prices from News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM WBBM.
Driven by ChevyDriveChicago.com with gas prices sky high. Your local Chevy dealer has your MVP of MPG, Chevy Equinox, with 31 MPGs on the highway. Go to ChevyDriveChicago.com to schedule a test drive.
And thank you to our listeners for the following low gas prices. In West Dundee, the city
what the
has
fuck,
gas for
you piece of
$4.79
shit?
a gallon, and in St. Charles, the mile
Are you
on
fucking
Randall and
retarded?
Highway selling gas for $4.85 a gallon.
7:38. Traffic and weather together on the 8th, sponsored by Duncan. Here's Bo Durant.
The place you do not want to be today is the Tri-State Tollway at any point through Glenview or Plains and Park Ridge. It is an absolute...
Are you fucking retarded? Fuck you, asshole!
Bound to crash. It was a multi-vehicle crash. 8 total vehicles involved. The southbound lanes of the Tri-State remain closed from Willow Road to Dempster. Getting to Willow Road, where you're diverted off the southbound Tri-State, you're jam-packed from Lake Cook Roads. That's a 4-mile backup, going to take you at least an extra half hour just to get to Willow. Once you get to Willow Road, you got to navigate the surface streets to get all the way down to Dempster to get back to the southbound Tri-State. Those surface streets, Milwaukee Avenue and River Road, all jam-packed through the area. Waukegan Road over to the east may be a better option. It's starting to fill in, too. On the northbound side of the Tri-State, we are now jam-solid from the Jane Addams Tollway all the way up to Pass Golf Road. That's because we now have the 2 left lanes blocked with emergency vehicles responding to this crash in the southbound lane. So you got a 7-mile Capers delay on the northbound side of the Tri-State. We're going to take you at least an extra 35 minutes to get out of Park Ridge and into Glenview on the northbound Tri-State Tollway. You really want to avoid this. We have plenty of pictures from the scene on Twitter at WBB.